Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, a big warm welcome to you. I'm so pleased that you've come to join me. Today I'm going to be showing you my dear friend Amy's new digi kit. She's Crafty Cat here on YouTube, I'm sure you all know that. I love her dearly. She bought out a new kit called Ada and it is stunning. So it's smaller than an average one, but I tell you what, I'm in love with it. It's one of my favourites, like forever. But I've printed mine with a bit of a difference because 7 of the pages I've printed on vellum. So I'll just pop this envelope, well, where, as you can see, where I keep my vellum. Right, let's pop that back in there. Right. And then I can show you on a white background what they look like. So don't you agree? Just brilliant. I printed these on vellum because some of them I'm going to bind into the journal that I'm making at the minute. And I've done it before with pages that are similar to this, like that are really busy, with a lot going on. I print it on vellum, and then when it's in the book, on the coffee dyed page background, that is what it looks like. But yeah, then you've got a delicate vellum and a really good look, and it don't even matter when it's the other way up, how it looks in your book. Well, I think it's fabulous. I do it quite a bit when I find a decent page that's got a lot going on. So for me, this is a dream kit. So this is the first page that I've been showing you, and then we've got another page of all the advertisements, and as you can see, there's all these different vintage adverts selling all sorts of stuff, and yeah, it is fabulous. I adore it. And then on some of them she's put these lovely like floral elements, or as you'll see in a minute, there's other bits and bobs that she puts onto them, and don't you agree that that is just beautiful? And imagine that bound into your book. How lovely that looks. It's adorable, isn't it? But what I've done as well, I've printed this page onto plain white copy paper, just so you can see the difference, you know, and what you'll get on plain white paper. So yeah, gorgeous, aren't they? Like, just so you can see really loads of detail on these flowers. I just think they're brilliant, I really do. And then she's got this one, and obviously on normal copy paper this would be like a journaling spot, and down here, you know, I don't know if you can write on vellum how well it would stay. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what the word is, but you know what I mean. If you was to write, would it rub off? I don't know. I'm overcomplicating this, and I'm just saying, I really don't know. But obviously on paper, of course you'd be able to write. And yeah, again, lovely images all combined. I just love it. And another one, and I know that this lady was Amy's grandmother, so I'm assuming her name was Ada, because that's what she's called the kit, and I'm assuming this was her. But I do know this is her grandmother, and I love that she's included her. And we've got a little postcard and the lovely big rose, and then there's another piece of just the advertisements, which I just adore. Another one with 2 ladies here. I'm assuming one of them is Ada again, if she was Ada. I'm making it up as I go along. I should have asked Amy before I started filming. It's not like I don't talk to her every day nearly, but yeah, I just assume. So I'm sure they look familiar. But yeah, and the lovely shoes, I'm a sucker for a shoe, and these are just brilliant, and I just love them. And I forgot the swirly whirly bits as well, just awesome, I love it. And then the final 3 pages, you've got your different pieces of ephemera and your pockets and that. So on here you've got a couple of tags, smaller one there, you've got the little disc and then 2 pockets. And then we've got a page of tags and journaling cards. Oh, and another little like seed packet style pocket. And this lovely lady with great big hat on. And yeah, just wicked. I love them. And then the final one, there's like a couple of greeting cards and postcards. And don't you just think that is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous kit. So now we've done that, I can pop it to one side and we'll have a little bit of a making craft with me session. Right, so I've just picked out a piece of vellum with the page from the kit printed on, and I want to, what was that? A bit of glue, it's gone now I think. Right, I want to make a big sort of like pocket. It will look like a bit like a glassine bag on the page. So my pages are this big. I don't want it too big, I don't want it taking up the whole page. So, let's see. Oh, I better cut it before I start trying to fold it in case I do it the wrong size. Right, I'm going to take a bit off the bottom. Right, I've chosen a piece of vellum from the kit, and I want to make like a big sort of pocket to look like a bit like a glassine bag, I suppose, but I want it on my page like a nice big lovely pocket with a big journaling card inside. So I don't want it to take up the whole page, so I'm going to take the bottom off. I was just using that bit of folded paper as my sort of template, so I know if I'm making things the right size, because sometimes I'll make something and then I end up having to just put it in my stash of something that I'll use later. Now that don't look like it cut in a straight line. I wonder, sorry, I'll just do it again. Right, I just took another sliver off to even it up, and I don't really want to get rid of the baby, but I am. But she can make another appearance in the journal somewhere else, so I'll probably print this page out again and use some of the advertisements in the journal. Just let's see how wide. I do that quite a bit anyway, like with old newspapers. I cut them up and back them with coffee dyed paper and use them as ephemera, and they look so nice. So yeah, you can do that with it. Look how many you get if you've done that out of all of these. So many. Right, let me see. I think I can take a little bit off of where the seam is going to be. And yeah, I want a nice big journaling card. Oops. Once we've got it all glued together. Right. Don't want to come up like loads. Oh. No, that's really wonky. Oh, what are you doing, woman? Right. Oh, it's fiddly. I've got to open it up because the bulk, I will be cutting that off. The bulk is making it fold weird. Right, so I'm going to cut the little bits off that are in the way. Oh, up to there. And then I just want to miter to the corner. And I'll do the same with this side. So that we've got a nice flat seam at the bottom of our bag. And then we can glue it. And I know it's a shame that we're not going to see all these, but they will feature just somewhere else. So, me glue. And I want to try and be quite sparing if I can, because with vellum you do see through it, like the glue. But I'm going to try and not squeeze out too much. Right. Oh. And right. And once this will look so much better once it's got like a card inside, and then you'll be able to see all the advertisements. And yeah, I just think it looks so cool. Right. Right, and there we've got our little pocket that's a bit like bag. Right. Right, so I've got a bit of cardstock that's got this like sort of motley, like sort of smudgy kind of effect. And I think once it's inside, look how nice it looks. You know, because like there's the little, only subtle differences in the colour, but yeah, enough to like sort of make it interesting, well, in my opinion. But it's a bit too tall, so I need to chop a little bit off the top. I'm sorry if you can hear my boys, but I'm in the dining room anyway, so they're the only the other side of like a really thin wall. These places don't have thick walls. Right. I used to live in a flat, and when we was laying in bed, our next door neighbour sneezed, just sneezed, and we heard him, and I said, "Bless you." What a donut I am. But yeah, and then as soon as I said that, I heard him burst out laughing, and that was through our bedroom walls. What a rubbish place that was. So yeah, on this side, I don't want to do too much, because I really want all these advertisements to stand out on the page, like kind of leap out how they're supposed to, because yeah, I think it looks so cool that I don't want to spoil the look. So I'm going to keep this side quite minimal. I will have a couple of things on there, but I'm going to put a few more bits on the back, obviously with space to journal as well. Well, it's not obviously, but with space to journal as well. But yeah, remembering that flat, it was donkeys years ago when the kids was tiny babies, and me and their dads used to, oh, the horrifying things that we heard through them walls. It's enough to it's enough to give you nightmares. But yeah, that was back in the day. Right, I like that height. Now I want a really fancy kind of trim going across the top, and I think also something going along here and on the bottom, because it's a shabby journal, and yeah, I want it to be gorgeous and girly and lovely. Right, so I've got out my sari silk, and I'm gonna smush along, making like a ruffly kind of top. So I'm not going to put all the glue down, because I know you have to work really quick, don't you, with this, and I want a bit of time to be able to smush it nicely. I don't know what I just lent on. Right. Right, just that bit for a minute. Right, just then. And then I could have done this sort of like made a little ruffle by going over to the sewing machine and sewing a little ruffle, but I put it away about half hour ago because it's big, so I don't like to do it on this desk, because this is a like sort of fold up and down desk. So things like my Big Shot and my sewing machine, I've decided that I'll have to do them on the dining table, and then obviously put them away when I'm not using them. And yeah, I put it away about half hour ago, and then I thought, I want a ruffle, but yeah, this side's much more ruffly than this end. I'm going to pull this end off. I think that one's okay, and see, that's the beauty of doing something like this. You don't have to keep it. If you don't like it, you can always have another shot at it, which is good for me, because otherwise what would I do? Right, I just want to trim that bit off before I kind of try and smush my last piece. Right. Let's see. Right, now I can do other bits of glue. Stay down. Right. Push this bit in a bit. And right. I need to secure this end going that way, and just pop a little bit there for the end. Oops, to go that way. Right. And then, not then, I'm just gonna trim off that little bit of excess and that bit. Right, here. And that bit, and we'll just trim off that bit. And let's see now. That's our, journal card, and when it's in there, it's like the pocket has got a nice ruffly top, but obviously it ain't. We know the truth, but yeah, just don't tell anyone. don't think that even any glue come out. And yeah, I'm just trying to smush one or two more bits into the position that I want them in. And that one. And sorry, just watching me pushing down on that. Right, so I'm happy with that. I want something on the bottom as well. Right, I really like this on the bottom like that, because then I can glue just round the three sides, and this will be a little pocket as well. So I like the thought of doing that. Oh. And oh, where have I gone with that glue? Right. Right, I'm just going to hold it up so that I can see what I'm actually doing. Right. And then I'm going to trim off the excess again. Oh. Right. Okay, so there we've got a little tuck pocket, which I'm pleased with. So let's just do a bit of this. Right, so all this on this side, rather not all this side, on this side, all I want to do is have a bit of sheet music. Going down this side like that. And yeah, I just want to keep it quite simple on this side. And oh, right, I want that there. And then I wanted a bit of ribbon. Oh, oh. Right, I just thought I'd use this glue. So I was using it a little while ago. And yeah, when it's just paper, it saves on your 3-in-1. Oh. Although them bottles are heavy, I like a little tiny bottle or a glue stick, you know, that's a bit lightweight. Right, so I like that there, and I want a bit of ribbon. Well, I've got a nice quite sheer piece of ribbon, so I'm going to go from the very top right down to the bottom, and then we'll flip it over. Just a little touch over the sheet music. There's hardly any glue coming out. Right. And I'm going to poke it under at the very top and bring it down to the bottom. Let's look at it up the right way. Oh. Okay. It's gone on the wonk. Right, that's a bit better. Yeah. Oh, let's pop that lid on. It's starting to come out on its own. Right, so I quite like that. And as you see, when it's in here, those bits are really subtle. I might come back and do something down that bottom corner, but for the minute, so you can still see all the advertisements and everything. I really like that, and I like the little really kind of bit at the top. So I want journaling space here, so I'm just going to grab a bit of this and rip it to size. So we'll start over here. Oh. Right, come on. I don't know why it's not doing it properly. But I like that, that's fine. Right, how wide do we want? I want it in like that. Probably about that bit. So the top, and let's see, to the bottom. Yeah, like that. Right, and we'll save those bits. And yeah, it don't take long, does it, making something like this. I just wanted it simple so that the main focus is the page from the kit, you know, that's been made into a great big pocket, because that's the star of the show, really, isn't it? It's what I want people to look at, and I really do love this kit. I think it's fabulous, and it's so versatile. As you've seen, I'm using it on vellum, I'm using it on paper, and yeah, you can do so many things with it. It's brilliant. Right, let's go up to the edge. About there. And just right, and I want a couple more bits and then we'll be done. Right, what I thought was get a little bulb pin and a little charm. I've got a little heart here, and I'm going to hang it from the ruffly bit. Hang on, what's that there? Hang it from this ruffly bit here. Let's pin it on. If it goes through the fabric, it's gone through that bit, I want it to go through this bit. Right, that's it. Right, and we've got a lovely art there hanging off of that. So I like that. That's really plain. I might put a bit more on it. I'm going to use a bit more of this. And just in round. Let's see. And put that maybe there. And then you can still journal. And I might even stick another piece of just plain coffee dyed paper over part of this. Let's see. I want that, like that. And then a little bit like this. I need a bit ripping off of it. So just a bit like that, and then stick this over the top just to make it a little bit more interesting, because it looks too plain. And yeah, it'll just give you something else to look at. You can journal over all of that. I might come up a bit like that. Yeah. And and sorry, this glue takes me longer. And I was going to pop that about there. Just giving like little layers. And I might use a tiny bit more. Oh, that's the wrong side. And this bit will be little, just like that. And stick that down the bottom of the middle bit, like that. Right, so I'm happy with that now. Just a little few layers. I want something for this corner, I think, but that's not bulky because I'm going into it. Right, I've found what I want. I'm going to use this doily. Not all of it, but a fair bit of it, because it will still be quite plain underneath the bag. It's not like there's any colour or big images or nothing. There'll just be a bit of a shape behind our advertisements. So I'm just putting a little bit of ink here and there. And like I said, I'm not going to use it all. Let's try and get a little bit more ink. Sorry, I was doing it over there. I probably wasn't in frame. I just think like that, and then I can trim off the excess. Yeah, I really like that. Oh, sorry, I should be over here, shouldn't I? And yeah, hopefully, once this is on, I'll be a bit more happier with the result. Fingers crossed with that. And just be gentle with the doily. And trim off that bluey excess there. And here, right, I've got to pop a bit of glue in there. And hope that that will all stick. It should do. Oh yeah, I much prefer that. Let's have a look once it's inside our pocket. Yeah, look, you can't even tell really. There's a little bit of the shape, but hardly any at all. I really like that now. And so yeah, I've got a little pocket there. So I'm just going to grab a couple of Amy's journaling cards or tags, and I'll be right back. Right, so the finished look is like this. It's going to sit on the page. I've added a bit of trim. I stuck it to the behind part. and so when it's on the page it will look like that, because I'll have it at the bottom so that this lovely trim can hang out the bottom of the book. And in the front pocket I've used these two pieces from the kit, and I've just put a petty cash voucher in there that's been coffee dyed and stenciled, and I've just put a bit of blue what's it called, string on it. So that's that. And then our big journaling card. I'm really happy with the doily, and then we've got our space to journal on the back, but with a little bit of added interest from the sheet music. So thank you very much for joining me. I will leave the links to Amy's channel, shop and kit, which is Crafty Cat here on YouTube, Crafty Cat USA in Etsy, and the kit is called Ada. So I'll leave all of that information down below. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, Amy, for trusting me with your kits. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with something else very soon. I love you all. Bye bye. Bye.